I'm going to put the mic on mute just a sec. Hey, what's up, Hannah? Hey, what's up? Hey, guys. Sorry about that. Hope you guys are doing well. I did receive a square notification, but let me just double check. Somebody may have just messaged me on there. But hey, what's up, guys? Hannah, what is the next unexpected romantic development in your love life? Hey, what's up, Mariana? Hey, hey. Yes, I do have one order. Give me 1 second. AB! Hey, what's up, love? I don't know if you can hear or not. I'm sorry, I'm like 4 minutes behind. TBH, I literally just got to the house and set up right now. What is the next unexpected romantic development in your love? What? Next romantic development in your love life? Okay. So, what's the next romantic development in your love life? I feel like you're not expecting, maybe you've been going through like a lot of sadness, you know? Of course, these are all for entertainment purposes only. By no means meant to grant you any medical, legal, professional advice at any time. My full disclaimer is listed below in the description box. Hey, it's AB. Hey, what's up, AB? You're going to be right after this one, I promise. I'm just doing this free one really quickly, and then I'm going right into yours. The Five of Cups energy in the reversal, though, does signify that maybe you're crying over spilt milk, something that you can't necessarily change or pick back up or anything like that. And you haven't recognized that you still have milk left in the fridge, okay? For like, just a weird analogy, but with the Five of Cups in the upright traditionally, okay, this is in the reversal, but in the upright traditionally, somebody's really hyper focused on spilt milk, not really paying attention to the blessings behind them. He usually has two cups standing behind this person looking down in sorrow. But with it being in the reversal, it's almost like, hey, even though all this bad stuff happened or all this sadness that I felt in the past, that, has been radiating through my days, yes, I'm going through sadness. Thank you for that confirmation. But I'm here to say that it will pass, the sadness will pass. The sadness, it comes and goes like waves. I wish I could say that happiness is like an emotion that we should always feel, but we're human and we're going to feel different emotions. We're going to feel sad. We're going to feel happy. We're going to feel really mad. We might feel disgruntled. There's so many different ways that you can describe our feelings. I'm sure that just boils down to some basis of feelings, maybe 4 fundamental feelings or 5, just like how everything boils down to 4 fundamental haircuts. If anybody who knows that, who studies hair and everything boils down to 4 fundamental haircuts. Everybody knows that, who studies hair. Everybody just thinks that they're getting something different every time, or, oh, I'm getting something that you're getting. It's a layering technique. There's 360 degrees. There's only so many variations that you can do of a foundation. Anyway, so my point is here, okay, is that you're paying attention to the fact that you still have milk in your fridge, that there's still time. And this could be based off of somebody coming back from the past that you have been really sad about, that you never really thought they were going to come back, okay? So you said, is there anything good happening? So that's the good with the Five of Cups and the reversals, that this person may end up wanting to approach you. This person may end up, wanting to reach out to you. I'd have to dive in a little bit more, but with those two, the first main two, it suggests that, hey, there's like an optimistic outlook. Even though all of that ended, kindergarten was fun, but first grade's even better. You know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe. And I'm not comparing your emotions to child, but I'm just giving you an analogy that we can kind of relate to, because I think pretty much almost everybody's been to kindergarten, right? Or maybe the basis of educational learning. I would hope so. So I just feel like it's really hard to let go of those friends in that one class. It's really hard to let go of that chapter, those people that you met, or and it's change. I'm a Taurus moon. change is really difficult for me, especially emotionally. I'm newly single, semi non single. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But at the end of the day, the principal thought needs to be you can move past that and you can hyper focus and put that energy into something productive. And I hate sounding like a cliche on a freaking record player, but I'm so serious when I say that. Like, you can have a better day. You can get over that person, even if it's not the same, or you can try something new with somebody else, or you can just take time for yourself. Whatever you see, fit that's healthy for you and hopefully for everybody else around you, you know? But anyway, you said, yes, I am sad about him. I understand. Things can be really sad, but then there comes to a time where you have to understand that what impact did he truly have on your day to day life? And what is the feeling? Pay attention to when you miss him the most. What time is it? Do you usually reach out during that time? You know what I mean? Pay attention to when you crave this person. Where do you guys usually hook up during that time? Do you guys usually get intimate? There's so many different things to a relationship that your body will remember. Okay, or just things in general. Your body holds this memory. Things that you don't even remember happened a year ago, your body still remembers. And that's not medical. That's just science. That's just 101. But anyway, I'm going to go into AB's question. I do have to report a quick party. I wish I could do that tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. I have to work a couple more hours tonight, and then what happens is I end up getting really exhausted, and then I just want to sleep, and then I wake up, and then I work some more, and then in between these hours is when I live stream, or I'll film private readings in between. That's what I've been doing in order to just maintain my life afloat and everything like that, and to honestly just not have the hyper anxiety of an office right now. That's all. The last thing that I need after, all that is a boss telling me to go right or go left when all I want to do is just be in the center of just myself and just be sitting in the center. I don't want to have to sway right. I don't want to have to sway left. I just want to be myself. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's go into the paid reading. This wasn't a paid reading. Oh, guys, you're about to see a paid reading, though. Baby, let me know when you're ready. I'm sorry, I know I talk too much. And thank you for waiting. You said, what can you do to keep Valve out of your life or repel her? What the fuck? Repel her? What is she, a roach? Stop. Hold on. That was mean. Hold on. Let me see. Hey, I'm ready. All right, cool. AB, feel free to post your question whenever, or if you have it on here. No, you don't. You said AB. Feel free to post your question whenever you're ready. Hey, what's up, guys? I'll resume free reads after this paid read, okay? I texted. All right, cool. Ooh. Yes, I can. All right, so let's go into it and let's see here. So let's see. First of all, what is your first impression of him going to be like, okay? What is your first impression of him going to be like? Okay, so the moon card is coming up in the reversal, so it's not like you might be thinking of the worst as you're driving up there, but try not to give yourself any expectations of how it's going to be like when you meet him, but it's hard not to because you connected before. It's just hard not to. The moon card does signify Pisces, Cancerian, or Scorpio. The season that it may fall in could be closer to Cancerian. Cancerian season starts soon. It should be towards the end of June. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Cancerian season. June 21st. Okay, yeah. So, and it ends July 22nd. Okay. All right. So the moon card in the reversal and the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be meeting him in like maybe a week or so. You said next week, or what did you say? Okay, so it could be in Cancerian season. It could be during a time when things are like when you're just trying to prioritize yourself and not really hyper focus on like a relationship. I'm just getting that with the Queen of Pentacles and reversal, reversal. Okay, Queen of Pentacles spoke too fast there. Sorry, guys. With the Queen of Pentacles in the reversal, it's Earth energy. Your Tauran Sun, so this is compatible with that. But you also do have water in your chart. I think it's your moon sign. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's your moon sign. I'm not 100%, but it could be a little bit activated during this time frame, and you could be like really hyper focused on finances or like the structure of your home life or like your work life, or there's something else that you're hyper focused on that's not gonna be him. So you could be thinking about something else. Like, okay, for instance, let's just say I'm gonna use the example that I went through, okay, recently. So let's just say after you get humiliated in public, but your dude doesn't know that you got humiliated in public. You know what I mean? Doesn't realize that you have that residual energy as you are traveling to meet him. Okay. So this person thinks, oh, you're just the same, whatever, doesn't realize that you went through a lot of like emotional discrepancies within that 20 minutes, and you haven't even had a time to kind of like just sit down and be like, you know what? Like, there was a couple of triggers, but I just kind of sat down with my energy, controlled my energy, and just decided not to project what I was feeling out. And you make that conscious decision to, you know what I mean? And just do something a little bit differently than the way that you're used to. Anyway, maybe I over explained that a little bit. But anyway, so it's kind of like that. But my dude, well, the dude that I was with, okay, him and I, we've known each other for a long time. So he knows if I am kind of sad or upset or if something bothered me that didn't really involve him. And he knows if something bothers me that did involve him. He's like, he keeps me grounded most of the time, honestly. But for the most part, okay, I end up having to deal with a lot of emotional discrepancies on my own. So I journal or I'll make art or I'll just put it in a healthy avenue. I won't project that out like that. Okay. But in this instance, you could be going and traveling to him on this date, and then all of a sudden, you have this kind of like, once you get there, you can't stop thinking about what just happened, the conversation you just had in the car, or the text that just went through to your phone. And of course, it happens right before you show up to the date. Like that type of like vibe. Now, the next one that you're getting is the Ace of Pentacles in the reversal. Again, this could be like maybe he ends up switching the plans a little bit, right? When you kind of like set that in stone a little bit. Well, he makes it seem like it's set in stone with the Ace of Pentacles in the reversal, Three of Swords in the upright, and it's because of another complication. Somebody interfered with the Three of Swords, but we're going to get into that in a moment. Let's pick another one from the top. Three of Cups in the reversal. It's either you end up choosing to meet him over connecting back with someone else with the Three of Cups in the reversal, or this person, well, you already know, you just recently went through a divorce. So this could also be that, but I just don't feel like it's that. I feel like it's more you because the Queen of Pentacles is here and it's just directing that flow of thought. But let's get some clarification to just get in a little bit more. The Moon card, the Eight of Cups in the reversal. The person that you thought walked away for good is going to be gravitating back towards you. I need to get clarification on this. You're probably like, oh boy, this is going to happen and this is going to get into your head, of how it's like playing out with the cards. With the Queen of Cups coming forth in the reversal, and this is somebody that you completely, where you're like, listen, I'm not giving you an ounce of my energy right now. I'm completely heartbroken to the point where I wouldn't say numb, but like I'm just not giving into that. Like I'm so disappointed in that I'm just not going to give into that argument. I'm not even going to, because you should already know better. You should already know, like that kind of, this could be with the Eight of Pentacles coming forth, and this is double eights you're getting. So again, financial. And this isn't to be like, oh my God, girl, you're broke. You don't have nothing at all. No, this is like maybe you're worried about something that recently occurred and you're like, okay, maybe I got to focus on that. Actually, if I do this, I can swing that. I can do that. I can do that. But meanwhile, you're trying to be like, hey, how are you? Yeah, for sure. My favorite bird's a sparrow. You know what I mean? Like that kind of, just as an example. Of course, that your favorite bird isn't a sparrow, but just as an example. But I feel like you're going to be a lot more intrigued than that. And it's going to, when you end up meeting up with him, you're not going to realize why you didn't meet up with him when you were feeling more elevated about yourself. But you forgot your manifestation that you made a long time ago about wanting to be loved for who you truly are and your true emotions and how you really feel authentically a long time ago. And it could have been very private to yourself. And it may not have been in that exact wording or format, but it was the gist of it. And it's coming towards you when, I wouldn't say you, when you're at your weakest. Oh, watch out for Scar. No. Like with the strength card energy coming forth in the reversal, this is when this person's going to be like trying to show, this person's going to try to show you kindness and care when you really don't feel like you deserve it. When you really feel like less than nothing. When you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm fucking ugly. I can't even look at myself right now like, oh, what is that? And everybody kind of feels that way at least once in their life, at least one time. You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, I can't even. Just don't right now. No pictures, no nothing. You know? But this person, underneath it all, with the star card coming forth, this is Aquarius, but this is also this feeling of being given back to. Like it's amazing feeling to give. It is. But when you receive out of nowhere and you're just like, wait a minute, why did you do that? This could also be like money coming to you out of nowhere that you never thought that you were going to receive. Three of one, because we're getting a lot of eights. It's financial. Cutting that in half, four. You know, cutting that in half, two. Cutting that in half, one. So rejuvenation. We'll go diving into numerology a bit. So one, rejuvenation, new beginnings. Two, partnerships. Four, connectivity and building foundations for the long term, which would explain the Three of Cups in the reversal here. Somebody choosing not to be hyper focused on some kind of third party situation, but it still hurts the shit out of you emotionally, either you or this other person. And for some reason, this person's interfering with this other person's finances. So this is definitely a divorce type of reading. Ace of Pentacles in the reversal, Three of Wands. He's going to make plans with you even though he really shouldn't be. Like, even though you might be judging him pretty hardcore on this date, I'm not going to be like, oh, I've been detour, like, get him some slack, date him because you feel sorry for him. No. Be genuine, but at the same time, understand he is going through divorce. Litigation is intense with people who want to fight for what they've earned during that marriage. Litigation can be intense at times. That's just a common, that's known. They make TV shows about it. But with the Three of Wands energy in the upright underneath the Ace of Pentacles in the reversal, he's going to want to make plans with you anyway. He might even like reserve something anyway, something that he really shouldn't be spending the money on or maybe shouldn't be splurging on. He's going to do it anyway. And he may even spend like a little extra to try to impress you. And it may not impress you because honestly, it's probably really hard to impress you. You impress yourself. And even then, you're like, how did I impress myself just now? And that's that Taurus vibe. That's just how it is. But the next one that you have is a Three of Swords in the upright. Underneath, you have the Three of Pentacles. So 333. Personal power, personal manifestations, a manifestation coming into existence. It's a powerful manifestation number, especially in numerology. And we're going to dive into these angel numbers in a moment. I want to get into some channeled message for you as well and get into how he's going to view you, because this is mainly how you're going to view him. But here's the thing, you have a very strong intuition, so even though he's going to try to hide the fact that he can't pay for that or whatever, you kind of already, it's just, you kind of know sometimes. Like, even if somebody, it's just, you kind of already know. Now, underneath the Three of Pentacles, again, you have the Seven of Pentacles in the reversal. Again, somebody dipping into their savings hardcore, okay? I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's him, and you may feel it. And sometimes you can tell because, like, sometimes they'll look at the menu or differently, or sometimes they'll, you know what I mean? Like, certain things. And try not to judge him when he's like that, because he is actually spending a lot of money right now. Like, especially on divorce lawyers, Okay, I never got a divorce lawyer when I got divorced. It was a simplified dissolution marriage. I let him keep everything, and I just wanted my freedom and my last name back. Okay, very Tina Turner. But the next one that you have is the Three of Cups in the reversal, minus the heavy abuse situation. There was very verbal, but never physical, besides maybe 2 occasions. With the Ten of Swords energy coming forth within like 5 years, you know. So with the Ten of Swords energy coming forth in the upright, okay. Sorry. This person definitely has some kind of finalization. It's almost like when you break up with somebody at the date. It's That's kind of the vibe. You may end up texting somebody or saying like, "No, I'm done with this," whatever, and meanwhile you're waiting for him to show up at the table, or you're waiting for him to show up there, or you guys are meeting there, you're almost there. Like there's something that's very close in proximity to where you can't be focused 100% on just him. And you're also going to wonder if he still has feelings for his ex. In person, when you have those conversations with him, you are going to have those feelings. It came towards you like waves before, like energetic waves, if you can picture that. But the neck, and I feel like you can't, you know what I mean? Like just like sonically. With the Two of Wands in the reversal. This is also something happening that wasn't planned, but it ends up falling in line with things. So this makes me think of like, oh, hey, let's meet on Saturday. Actually, you know what? Let's meet on Monday. Actually, let's meet on Thursday. Oh, you know what? Let's meet today. In like 30 minutes. Wait a minute, what? Like that. But let's get into how you're going to feel with some channeled message cards, and then we're going to go into how is he going to feel. Hey, what's up, guys? So let's see here. All right, you got a pretty decent. So again, you may end up receiving some communication before that. I think it's best if we don't talk for a while. Potential message slash thought slash conversation. This person seeks alone time with no form of contact from you at this time. They plan on reaching back out, but only when it works for them. The choice is always partially yours. So this is exactly like what I was piecing together throughout that read. I truly think with this storyline that somebody might be trying to break up with you. You might be trying to break up with somebody else. Well, like exactly how I just described 2 seconds ago. But this is confirmation. Now, I want to get the other communicational card that's out here, but I want to go with the flow of everything. So, dearest love, it's time to get married. I do not want to wait. We should get married as soon as possible. Now, be careful with people who do this, who hop from one marriage immediately into a different one. I'm not kidding. You might think, oh, no, okay, just whatever that thought is, just no. This person needs time to heal before they get married again, like automatically. I'm serious. Like, it's fine if you like date or like, want to talk or whatever, but like to get married and solidify that right after, like literally right after you got divorced, you can't breathe with that. All of a sudden, you're replacing somebody's energy that they never dispensed of, truly. And it doesn't stop at a signed document. Somebody has to physically and emotionally get over somebody. And there's no time limit on that, but at the same time, it will put a hindrance on things. Now, the next one that you're getting is, dearest love, I cheated on you during the worst time in our relationship. I'm sorry, but I won't take accountability for it. I believe you are partially to blame. You stopped wanting me, so I went to someone who did. I don't think you'll ever find out. Someone who betrayed you in a very deep way, this is the person that you're going to end up being like, listen, no, I don't want that. All of this before meeting somebody brand new, this is exactly what I say. Like, don't marry somebody after marrying somebody. Like, right back to back. Give it time. Like, if you're going to spend forever with somebody anyway, what's another year? So the next one that you're getting is, stop ignoring me. Why do you still have me blocked? Potential thought. This person wants to reach out but can't. You may have them blocked. Is also something kind of important. You're also getting a rando check as well that's coming in. No one really gets this one. This could also be you could meet up on a day when you get paid. Dear soul, the debt that was acquired will not be forever. Those are temporary afflictions that can be resolved with more time. What generates that fear of failure is fear of change, is also something coming forth. So there could be something that you're worried about that day that could be financially related to, like, you're like, oh, I gotta make this deadline, like, I gotta do this, or something dealing with that. And even though it's kind of already worked out, you're gonna still kind of have that in the back of your mind, like, while you're trying to have this full blown conversation. I understand why you attract Aquarius as you overthink. Aquarius just do that. They just do that all the time. Even when you tell them not to overthink, they don't even know what to do. Like, what do you mean? Anyway, so dearest love. What do you mean don't think? You want me to not be? You want me to not think? You want me to not that be? Thinking is who I am. Da, 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 da. Anyway, so dearest love, I know what you had. That's just Aquarius things. Dearest love, I know what you have given up in order to be with me. I want to make sure I can give you better and more. I know you deserve it. This is his energy towards you. I'm going to pull one more from the top, and it's a blue communicational card. That's why I'm like, what is this? Stop calling me. Don't message me, girl. Not all of the communication cards, like, not all of them are like this. I only have a select few that are like this, where I'm like, stop calling me. I think it's best we don't talk for a while. Stop ignoring me. Why do you still have me blocked? Stop calling me. Don't message me. All right, pull one more from the top, and then we'll go into a five. I'm gonna do a 5-card overview about how he's gonna feel with some channeled message cards as well. Dearest soul, the pressure on your uterus is real. The burst is/was not fake. You are birthing a new creation into existence. Metaphorically, you are generating a new aspect to life that is a betterment to yourself and those around you. So this could also be maybe a project that ends up. There's going to be a new blessing that's coming that day when you end up meeting with him, and it could be in regards to maybe like the project that you wanted to, fly off goes, flies off, or maybe it gets picked up by your superior, or whatever, or finally your idea is heard and implemented. Different things could take place. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Flower Bombay? I'm doing a paid reading right now. I've got about 5 more minutes, and then I'll go into some free questions, okay? But like I was saying, now, by no means is this card meant to give you any medical advice. It's not meant to tell you that you're pregnant. It's not meant to, by all means, go to a licensed professional. But with it, for that, or however you see fit, whatever you want to do with that, I gotta say that, okay? With the dear soul, the pressure on your uterus is real. It's almost like you feel the sensation. You might even feel that sensation to, like, where you're like, listen, I feel like something amazing is about to happen. Like, no, I'm serious, guys. Like, I don't know where this feels going, but I just know something amazing is gonna happen, dude. And because of that positive vibration, because of that positive thought, it may just attract positivity towards you, because when you think positive, you are being positive. So you're matching with like energy most of the time. Even the mean girl in the corner or the mean guy in the corner, whatever, but some capacity they match your energy. In some capacity, if you didn't, you would have met them. And there's something in there underneath it all, and that's what we feel when we connect with these quote unquote bad boys or whatever. And they make that conscious decision, that choice to do something different. Still, it's not on you. So, I don't need to go into that. But let's go into how is he gonna feel when we open them up? Okay. I want to keep our baby. I want a family with you. I love you. Potential thoughts, last message. The both of you guys could end up creating something together. It could be a business together or something of that nature. It doesn't have to be a physical pregnancy, but this person could also want a family with you. Talks of pregnancy may happen sooner, something that you're wanting to plant a seed with. So, like, whether that's building a business together, you could, something like that. Dearest soul, yes, they are jealous. They are jealous of everything they never took the time to prioritize and commit to. So, as you're explaining your life and the things that you've seen and done, you might think, oh, I'm just sharing these interesting things about myself. Sometimes guys don't like to hear about things that they haven't achieved yet. Okay? All right? Especially when it's coming from a woman. And I hate saying it like that, but because it's various reasons or whatever, but sometimes it comes across to them as like, oh, maybe you're full of yourself or whatever, but honestly, what it really is, it can be jealousy. Because how the hell they have all the power to create and destroy? We need an extrovert, but they have all that power. And then they can't fly to where you went, and your rights just came to you like a century or so ago, or maybe half a century ago, or whatever the fuck time it was ago, long enough that it's not longer than their rights. So how do you make it overseas? How do you get to that cathedral? I'm getting a lot of envy with travel, a lot of envy with things that you're posting about. Okay? So you're also getting, so like also something about education. There's something that you studied on the side. I don't know what you studied exactly. I know it has something to do with psychology, something, some form, or maybe education and psychology, either way. I don't know entirely. But I do know that there could be a little bit that he's kind of jealous of in regards to that. This is not your issue to solve. You are already leading by example. Let them mimic what are mirrors for. So this person may end up trying to kind of like mimic you. And mirror is a metaphor for like what happens spiritually, how we meet our mirrors sometimes. And scientifically, this could be other people projecting out their energy towards you. And so I don't want to get into scientific energy because honestly, I hate that. But I have to because it grounds people sometimes. Because the sensitivities lately. But anyway, so we would like to apologize. You did not have to go through that. We recognize what we have done. We also recognize the pain and destruction you have caused. We are sorry. You could be getting two different I'm sorries during this. This could also be you're not recognizing why that's happening to you, but understand like energy attracts like energy. So if that's happening to you, the person who could be your partner, it could also be happening to them in some weird way. So you know how like sometimes guys will get like phantom pains of like whenever their girl's like either like pregnant or on their period or in pain. People only give women credit for that. But there's actually a lot of guys who will gain like weight instead of their wife during pregnancy. It's the weirdest thing. And we can boil it all down to science. But I'm here to talk about the spiritual and to do an entertainment on our reading. So with this, it's almost like this person may match your energy a bit. Okay? But I also do feel like you're gonna receive it, like when people are trying to like bombard you and like try to get your attention. This person, when you're trying to meet Jay, this person's also getting bombarded with a message from somebody that they're trying to separate from, but it's anger filled with sadness. This person didn't even want to divorce this person, and that's what you truly feel. But anyway, so let's go, which is that, oh, does he still feel something with his girl or whatever, and it could still be there. Love never really dies. It just kind of evolves and transforms. Like energy never dies. So, dear soul, it is time to do the money dance. You have achieved and unlocked a new level of wealth. Your income is now tripled. You work less hours but generate your goal revenue. Congratulations on I'm sorry. Oh my god, dancing smarter. You dance or something? Congratulations on deciding to work smarter, not harder. Okay. One more from the top. Dear soul, a rejuvenation in regards to your finances are approaching. You've been making a better name. What? Better moves. That's some names for yourself. Especially making it like a name for themselves. Making better moves for yourself and future selves, kids slash grandkids. You'll be restored soon financially. So even though this person is probably going to be really worried in regards to like their finances, remember I told you mirrored energy. It's just we display it differently. I think of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. But instead of him looking in the mirror and everything changing, think of that's a metaphor. Guys, I hope that doesn't happen to anybody. Jesus Christ. Okay. But it's kind of like walking, and that's why some people they think it's like a soulmate. And sometimes it's a karmic. And the perfect example of a karmic would be Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It's the only one I actually paid attention to. After everything after that, I mean, I saw when Harry defeated Voldemort, but that's about it. My little she really tried, to show me that. And I don't know. You would think I'm into that, right? But I'm not into that. I don't like their drapes. I don't like their wands. I don't. I don't. It's not me. It's not me. It's just not me. But I respect it. It's really cool. It's very unique in itself, kind of, but it's unique. Anyway, so with Dear Soul, also there was a Merlin before Harry Potter. What happened to King Arthur? They don't have him anywhere. You know how fun a ride would have been? Merlin ride would have been? Anyway. He's wanting to set up his life. He's going to be thinking about his kids when he's talking with you too. And he's also going to be thinking about the argument or something that took place before he even arrived there. But he's going to try to be present. Okay? Now let's get into some tarot. You are not so easy like he thought. Anyway, so with the Page of Wands, and then you're also getting the Page of Cups in the reversal, there's something a little bit rushed and insincere. He also didn't recognize how young you were. You're just being yourself, and that's okay. So the next one that you're getting, I'm an Aquarius, so I'm going to say that forever. Just be yourself. You ever see Just Friends? I'm going to show that clip after this read. But Just Friends, that scene where he's like, "Where are my ice skates?" And he goes, "Jamie doesn't need to know. She already knows who you are." Anyway, that's me a little bit, just a little bit. I can see myself being that kind of mom. Anyway, so with the Queen of Cups, everybody kind of sees my aggressive side. Sometimes they don't see how soft I could be. Like, there's a polar opposite. There's a polarity, like, just like everybody else. Anyway, so with the Queen of Cups energy coming forth, you have the Three of Wands. Everybody can kind of get mad. But that doesn't mean that's who they are permanently. Everybody can be kind of irritated. That doesn't mean that's who they are permanently. You know what I mean? That's very ignorant to think that. With the Three of Wands energy coming forth in the upright, and then the Ace of Cups in the upright, girl, at first it might start off a little bit rocky, a little bit rushed, because you guys are trying to find the flow and you guys are thinking about other things. And he thought maybe you might have like wanted to hook up and not really sit down and kind of date. He thought this was gonna be fun, but you're more of a serious person. And it's not that you're not fun. It's not that you can't have a good time. It's just that you already had a good time. You can't be on a roller coaster forever. You'll start to get sick, honey. You might have some, bodily issues in the future if you continuously go on that ride over and over and over and over and over and over and it doesn't stop whatsoever. You'd be a little tired, wouldn't you? But it's super fun, but you'd be tired. So this person may end up falling in love with you or wanting to make future plans within the coming days. Not immediately, but this person's going to be like enamorado, like will adore you. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. It's not love. It's just Spanish has these words that are so, you know what I'm talking about. It's just that are different than English words. There are certain words in English that are gender neutral, and in Spanish, it's very gender focused when you speak Spanish. Like ella, él, you know what I mean? Ella, ello. It's different, right? It's personality to every single word, but with America, or really not America, English, it's just one gender. And what is that gender? It's not really, you can't, they have him or her, she or he, but they don't have that for anything else really. Like they have sister, brother, identifiers, label makers, but they don't have, it's not like a full, I don't know. It is a full language. It's just, with Spanish, you just explain more emotions better, but I'm getting a lot of more enamorado. So it's like enamored. Hold on. Enamored definition. Okay, yes. Okay. I'm also like when I saw this, I was thinking of that song, Me Caes Muy Bien by Del Toro, I believe it is. Toro. Anyway, enamored means being filled with a deep feeling of love, fascination, or intense admiration for someone or something. It describes being captivated or completely charmed, often to the point of obsession. What is that song that my sister used to play on repeat 20 times a day? Not Bobby Valentino. It was, he wrote so many songs. Hold on. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I still can't sleep. Thinking that you. Hold on. I'm looking up lyrics. I forgot his name. Frankie J. How the fuck? Listen. So, okay. Frankie J. Oh, interesting. They made another hit. And another one. Remember Sugar Sugar, Baby Bash featuring Frankie J, then Obsession, Baby Bash featuring. I'm just saying. And another one. I'm showing my age. Okay, so with the two pentacles in the reversal and this one in the reversal, I do feel like there's somebody who's trying to change their negative habits. Now, this isn't a physical format. It's not a physical. It's a metaphor. It's an analogy. For everything toxic in your life that is a bad habit or it's something that you just don't want. Now, in the reversal, it is getting out of it, finding a way out of that debt, or finding out a way out of like being indebted to something, or like quote unquote slave to something or someone. This is also somebody who originally only wanted to hook up and fuck, maybe just have like a cutesy like little meetup, but once they actually got to know you, they realized how serious you were. They saw you, but they also recognized your beauty and sensitivity and your intuitive energy of just picking up on things and just bringing it about naturally throughout that conversation. Hold on. Hold on. The idea that intuitive energy is a science fact depends entirely on how you define the term. In psychology and neuroscience, intuition is a fact. However, the concept of a detectable energy field used for psychic readings or organ is classified by the scientific community as science. What the fuck is that? Science. Intuition is a very real cognitive phenomenon. It is not magic, rather, it is your brain making lightning fast unconscious judgments based on pattern recognition and past experiences. So that's what I mean. But anyway, so with the Two of Pentacles in reversal and this, I want to show you guys how it connects to what you're actually feeling and how science is saying it. By no means am I Scientologist. I hate them with passion. I went there one time, talked to them. They had me hold tin cans, and I was the fuck out. I was like, no, I'm good. This was enough for me. I'd like to leave, you know, just expressing my rights as an American citizen to leave. They still send flyers, bro. To my old address. And they still send flyers over there. And I'm like, dude, no. Not now, not ever. The tin can shit freaked me out. Okay? Holding tin cans is a little odd to me. I get it, it's science, but it's a little odd to me, so I'm not with it. Okay? It's a little bit of it's a very strong disconnect there for me. Like energetically, everything. I was just trying to learn things. My mom got so upset at me. She's like, you went where? Oh my god. It's like, oh, okay. Never gonna do that again. So, anyway, with this person is gonna get out of some negative traits, some negative habits, some negative viewpoints of only sexualizing the person that they're talking to in front of them. To where they're actually gonna see you more as like a person they can actually bond with and be with. Oh no, wait a minute, she's not a stripper. She's a person. She has a name. Oh shit, you have a birth certificate? You're a human? Whenever I go to the strip club, I worship the strippers. Like, I'm just like, wow. That's all you gotta do and you got all that? I just look at them like, wow, man. And yeah, another mindset, you might think it's degrading. But another mindset, you might think it's empowering. And you're just watching these women and you're just like, damn, nigga, $5, she got $20 off of you. Just five. And she have to really touch you. And she is she's kind of fully clothed. She's like in a swimsuit kind of. You got financed. And I'm just like, this bitch is smart. She is a company owner. She's smart and she's fine as hell. I have nothing against strippers. And for some reason, they love me. Okay, strippers love me because I'm very nice to them. I help them pick up their cash and I hand it to them. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm fucking serving in their eyes. And this person may be into that. This person may be into like strip clubs. This person could be into like a lot of that because that does a lot with this. So a lot of temptations, whatever. Not that energy particularly, but it deals a lot with like you can be put into a dark place through there. It's an area of limbo. So just like the club is, it's an area of limbo. It's not necessarily bad, but it's not necessarily good either. So it's an area of limbo. So this person could be really have to focus on that and all that stuff, but you're gonna drag them back down and be like, man, I forgot. I did say a vow and I did feel that way once, but I'm kind of fucking scared because I just signed a paper saying I don't want to feel that way again. You know what I mean? Well, let's get into some shadow message cards and then we'll call it, okay? I know I went over a lot, but it's only because you're you and you've helped me a lot and you're a good person. So, going to this, let's see here. What's he gonna feel? Ooh, pink card. Dearest love, no word again today, and I really think something is wrong. I checked your location and still nothing. My love, please respond. I need you. This is a very powerful card. Okay, it means a lot to me. But this is also somebody who may be like needing confirmation. Okay, this usually happens once you've developed like a rapport with this person for a while and you have a connectivity to this person. You love that person a lot. That's usually when this happens. But this could also be him recognizing that he needs something more than what he's been dealing with on a day-to-day basis, and he actually would like daily communication from you. And that might change up a little because you're going to wait for him and allow for him to take the lead most of the time. And that's just natural. It's just natural. But the next one that you're getting is, I want to help you. Please let me help you with this. This person wants to help. Let them. This could be the help you need. Potential message slash thought. So this person could be wanting to help you with something, and it could be financial. Okay. Stephanie, hey, what's up, love? Um, but this person, okay, I told you about that. Maybe. I want to help you. Please let me help you with this. This person could be wanting to help you with something, okay, and maybe this is him covering the check. God, Lord have mercy. Just let him. Just please. Okay, I understand because you're gonna be like, no, because then he's gonna be like, I even paid for that fucking dinner and da 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 da. Oh, you did? Well, here's a Venmo, motherfucker. And then there you go. As much as we would love to say that everything's all happy and healthy and everything's great, why does couple therapy exist if that's the way that it is? Not everything is raised in sunshine. Now, the next one that you're getting is, Dear soul, such a disruptive weather that is approaching, whether it be environmental or spiritual. You will feel the desire to see the aftermath of it all. You are safe. You will be okay. Be prepared. Be still and do not worry. This person's very nervous when they are about to meet you. Very, very nervous. The weather might also be kind of like odd. Of course, these are all entertainment only messages, thoughts, and conversations. So anything can happen, but it could be like a little bit of disruptive weather. There could be something that changes the plans up a little bit. Maybe you wanted to meet up at like a sporting event outside and you can't. No, they're probably really fun. Baseball games are pretty much almost my favorite. And soccer games are pretty cool too. Football games are cool. They're cool, for sure. I just like live games. But anyway, so it's just something about soccer, you know? Anyway, so the next one that you're getting is, it's like, how do you do that with his feet? Anyway, so dear soul, dear soul, the attention that you will gain will not put a strain on your relationship. You can be quote unquote famous together. So you already know who you are. You already know what you're building. You already know what you're doing. Okay. You already know where you're reaching for. You already know what you're obtaining. And this comes up a lot in your energy for people who end up liking you. You may have a fear of like somebody changing or trying to control like your creative. I have a huge fear of that as well. Trust me. So like where I'm like, oh damn. Like when I was married, I couldn't write the way that I really wanted to write music because I was nervous that he would think that I was still thinking about somebody else instead of just fully just processing those emotions and kind of like letting it go. And he gave me the time to do it. Like he like gave me the studio space, gave me the time to do it. Whatever I wanted to do, I was allowed to do. Okay. But he was very, I wouldn't say jealous, but yeah, he was jealous. I would walk around base or whatever, military base, and I would just go into the store and get something, but he would be jealous of how the other recruits were looking at me. But they look at every female like that. They can't even do anything. So, of course, they're going to look at a female like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, whatever. But to him, it did something to his self esteem. So, I tried to cover up a lot more. Like I was already covered up, but I just wore like a lot looser clothes, so I ended up looking bigger than I was. So I felt bigger than I was, so I became bigger. And then I like let myself go entirely, just hyper focusing on. I'm serious. And the one thing that I recognize is that I should have just wrote what I wanted to write. He got so upset about this one song that I had released because I wrote it for like my ex, like my first love, and that's it. That's it. Wrote it for him. I don't even consider him my ex really. He doesn't even consider me an ex really. I don't think. Maybe, I don't know. He doesn't really talk to. He's a Cancer, so he doesn't really talk to anybody. And then he has Aquarius rising, so he doesn't talk to anybody. Okay. So the next one that you're getting is, and if he does, it's for some kind of agenda or something else. I should have been there for you. I didn't know you had to go through all of that alone. Potential thought/message. A person may recognize how much they should have been present. They wish to make up for lost time. Fun fact is, we keep bringing up Cancerian season, so this could be something happening during Cancerian season. Again, I told you those dates, June 21st to July 22nd. Okay? But anyway, so we're going to close off this read. This was a very long read. I'm sorry. That one, I'm sorry for, guys, but we're still on here, and we're going to go into some free questions. Stephanie 444, is S still attractive to you? Oh, attractive. Is S still attractive to you? So let's see here. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. Flower Bombay, if you're still here, let me know. But let's go into it. You're welcome, AB. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Let's go into it. Let's see here. Is S still attractive to you? Eight of Wands. And the Lover's card. Yeah. Yeah. And he might be telling you soon. I'll give you another one. And it could be through the internet. All right. He tends to manipulate you with like making you think that you're not pretty, but you are. And you just gotta let that go. I know that we think that our prettiness changes from day to day because we age and we see things change on the day-to-day basis. So we think that we're just, yesterday maybe we were pretty, but today we're ugly. I understand that feeling. Okay. But in this regards, this person is, this person is very attracted to you, wants to communicate with you, likes the attention that you're getting online, and has this piercing kind of obsessive look when they look at you with the Magician card coming forth. And that's Gemini frequency. So this person could be reaching out to you sooner than expected. Okay. No, my life. Hold on. Just give me a second. What was I gonna look up? My bad, guys. I thought about 629 threw me off. Anyway, does Sebastian also feel the energetic? All right, so I'm gonna go to a different one. Sorry. Well, I was also gonna show you guys the. I have ADD, and I don't feel like that's anything ordinary. Okay, so just friends, ice skates. Just be yourself. Oh, well, it was supposed to load. Let's see. I'll get to you in just a second.
Where are my ice skates? Oh, honey, I gave those away years ago. Are you serious? I need them. Well, honey, why would I keep them? You're never here. Besides, you weren't terribly good at ice skating. Well, I'm good now. And I need my skates to show off my talents. Oh, well, honey, I'm sure you can rent a pair. Besides, you don't have to show off for Jamie. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself.
It looks like that. It looks like that. Listen.
I want to be myself. Where are my ice skates?
Blake. Lively. Anyway, so let's go into it. Evelyn, what makes your future husband decide to marry you? What makes your future husband decide to marry you? Guys, I gotta make that a pick a card or something. What makes your future husband decide to marry you, Evelyn? The fact that you guys create so much stability and safety together. And I know that you're probably going to be like, what? Ew. What? But not ill. Not ill at all. This person feels safe with you. This person feels like you're home to them with the Four of Wands energy. And they feel like they can truly celebrate life with you because the Four of Wands is a celebration of life, a celebration of marriage, a celebration of foundation. But it's also connectivity. It's also so many other things. It's also about building foundations. Could also be about building businesses. I'm serious. But with the Four of Wands energy coming forth, it's almost like this person loves the way you guys built your life together. I feel like that's a really positive, notion. All right, I think that Mariana probably left. Flower Bombay, how will Simon feel that now I see who you truly are and I decide to what? How will Simon feel that now I see who you truly are and decide to walk away? Flower Bombay. Girl, who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Are you saying that you decided to what? You're gonna have to rephrase that, love. What do you mean? While you're rephrasing that, I'm gonna look at this again.
Honey, I gave those away years ago. Are you serious? I need them. Well, honey, why would I keep them? You're never here. Besides, you weren't terribly good at ice skating. Well, I'm good now. And I need my skates to show off my talents. Oh, well, honey, I'm sure you can rent a pair. Besides, you don't have to show off for Jamie. Just
okay.
Be yourself.
Okay. All right, so how does Simon feel now that you walked away from him and that you know who he is, or that you've taken that perception of what you've seen so far and you marked it as who he is entirely as a human being? I know that's just a little differently, right? I had to think like that too, because I get mad at things that Jay says sometimes, where I'm just like, where did that come from? Did it come from the asteroids? Where the fuck did you gain that confidence? You know what I mean? And then we usually work it out. We just talk about it and we just work it out. Let's go into it, okay? I don't know how single I'm gonna be. Maybe about 10 hours single. I don't know. How does Simon feel now that you walked away? I think I'm single. I think I am. We'll see. I don't know. Wheel of Fortune. The Hierophant, the Emperor, and the Reversal. He feels like from the beginning you put unrealistic expectations on him with the Wheel of Fortune reversal, because he feels like from the beginning he didn't have that intentions to get into a serious relationship or get married or anything like that. He wanted to have a very untraditional relationship. He was dealing with a lot of negative karma in his life that he has to balance out. He had to deal with a lot of different things, and getting locked into a relationship just wasn't one of those things. Because he finds it hard to love himself at this time the way he is right now. And he may not consciously view it that way, but it shows in the card spread. Okay? He's not only mean to himself, he's mean to other people, like around him, with the Emperor card in the reversal, and tends to take a lot of. Is this person a Virgo? Yes, very mean. He's an Aquarius. Oh, let me help you. I'm sorry. I'm allergic to bullshit. One sec. Aquarius male. You mind as well. What's your zodiac sign? His sun. You don't know his moon sign, right? What? How you really know who he is? How he gets mad and stuff? You need to know where that Mars is, babe. Don't give a fuck about that sun, moon. Where the hell is his Mars? And where's your Mars? How y'all fighting? See, I have an Aquarius in I'm sorry, not a shit. I have a Libra in Mars. I naturally try to see both sides. Naturally. You guys see it in my readings. I naturally try. As much as I am, and you know that has a little bit to do with my bisexuality, but I'll put that over to the side. Okay? Dual perspectives for Libra. So, Libra and Mars. So I am going to be quicker to compromise if I can see the principle of your point. I won't fight as hard for my point if I truly feel like it's not just. Now, an Aquarius in Mars is going to bring up shit randomly at the most random, right when you thought they got over it. That one thing that happened maybe 5, 7, 10, 12 years ago, they're going to bring it up when you're just having a casual drink, a casual dinner, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on right now? I thought everything was fine. Aquarius male. Aquarius female, she'll do it too, but it'll be like, let's just say if you're like on a shopping spree, or if you're getting your nails done or something, it'll be one remark, and it'll just be like mad cold. And that's if she cares about you. Now, if she doesn't care about you, that shit's just gonna be cold. It's gonna be like you sitting in Antarctica with a bikini on and you anemic. So you know that shit's cold. And then you decide to take a dip in the water to touch a whale, like Jonah. Listen, that cold. Aquarius will not give a. And especially if they got Capricorn in the chart, you might as well just throw your whole feelings into the fucking trash can, set it on fire, and then even then she'd be like, you know, I'm gonna have to clean that up. And there's cleaning products that need to be put together, and this is how much it's gonna cost. And da-da-da. When they control their everything. But if they don't, oh shit. Okay? And it'll happen at a random time. The randomest. Like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not, it just, damn, she up? She did, what the fuck? Aquarius. Why is she under the tree? Exactly. Why is she looking up at, what is she looking at? Aquarius. Okay? Pisces are like that too. Pisces will be, they'll just be, Pisces. Pisces will try to make a home in the tree. Okay, Aquarius is trying to see why the tree's there, what's the purpose of them being by the tree, everything with the tree. Does the tree even look like that? Why does the patterns look? They're very Virgo minded. Sometimes they can be kind of like that a little bit. So it's not surprising when Aquarius is ever going to know those. But anyway, back to your reading. Okay, I'll take too much time up. But anyway, so with the Emperor card in the reversal, the Hierophant in the reversal, the Wheel of Fortune reversal, this person, you're doing them a favor by cutting yourself off. Yeah, he's shortened in supply because of his narcissism. But he'll find another supplier. He'll find something else emotionally. He will. It might take him some time, but it doesn't matter. But you have to be certain about that decision. That's the hard part. Certainty. Consistency. Straightforwardness. Drawing a straight line without a ruler. So let's get into it. Let's see. Let's go into another read, but I hope that gives you some insight. So I don't feel like it really affected him that much, but you did make him feel kind of like how he already felt. Just gave him kind of a reality check a little bit, but I do feel like maybe he giggled a bit at that message. Or if you, and I'm not sure, you guys like giggle. Yeah, I'll show him some rap. I understand. That's why you should alchemize that pain and put it into creative works. I'm serious. Whether that's painting or maybe you want to remodel your fence, and this is the perfect time to sand some shit down. You know, or maybe this is the perfect. I'm serious. I know how you're like, damn, really, really. But let me tell you something. If you can't control your emotions will try to control you. And it's hard because the minute that you feel it, you're like, oof. And then you have to have that thought where you're like, okay, consequence, action. Where is this going to lead to? Future thought, Virgo. Now, the next one that you're getting, I'm sorry, not next one. Let's get into the next one. Ophelia. So, what's the next major milestone in your love life soon? So, let's see here. So, what's the next major milestone in your love life soon? Just remember, guys, I'm reading for entertainment purposes only. By no means am I meant to grant you any legal, professional, medical advice anytime. Take a resume, see the rest out. But always, if you're seeking that, go to a medical or legal licensed professional for that, okay? I'm not one of those. These are only for spiritual and entertainment purposes only. My full disclaimer is listed below, as well as my statutes for freedom of speech, as well as religion, okay? So let's go into it. Let's see here. So, what future love outcome are you underestimating? Oh, damn, Ophelia. Y'all have the same question. So, what's the next major milestone in your love life soon? And then she asked, what future love outcome are you underestimating? You guys are asking the same question in a different way. What's the next major milestone in your love life soon, Ophelia? You're gonna have sex, probably amazing sex, and very spontaneously. Could be near Capricorn Aquarius cusp season. It could be building towards something different in your reality. This is something that you're not expecting. And it's a next major milestone. This person could have Capricorn, Scorpio in their chart. You may meet this person spontaneously as well, in a very frivolous manner, or something that you shouldn't be doing, or something that you know is a bad habit, like going to the club or going to the bar all the time, or something like that. You know it's not the best thing to do for your soul. Look at Mike, the situation. He went into rehab. Okay, he went into rehab. He's a Cancerian, right? Hold on, somebody messaged me. It's very complicated. Just I love her a lot. I'm trying to make things work from a distance with boundaries. I'm trying to have family. Anyway, so with I was looking up something. I kind of forgot the Fool card and that. So some things that you're just not meant to be doing, and then you end up kind of getting with this person. Okay. Um, this person could have Capricorn or Aquarius in the chart. You're like, where do you get that? So Capricorn or Aquarius Capricorn as well. Scorpio, okay, as well. Some people say, some people don't, but Scorpio will come out like that a lot. With the full card, Aquarius and Aries, you know. So you're welcome, Flower Bombay. So that's why I'm getting that. So most likely Aquarius, Capricorn. Season could be the next major milestone in your love life as well, or that person could have that sign. All right, so what future love outcome are you underestimating, Adriana? What you're underestimating is your ability to be strong and say no and to reject individuals who should have been rejected a very long time ago. And it could be happening during Leo season. Hey, what's up, Diana? That's what I'm getting for you, okay? Going a little bit faster for you guys. Feel free to post your question. I'm going to be on here for a little bit. But I got to go work some more today. Hey, what's up, baby? 1, 2, 3, 4. Diana, 836HG. When will you meet your destined future husband? So let's see. So when are you going to meet your destined future husband? So let's see here. Okay, and a shocking kind of time frame for your life. But also, if you're wanting to know zodiac sign seasons or time frames, Gemini season could be very evident for you. So if you met somebody during this time frame season, this could be something that could be coming up for you. But I do a lot of short-term reads for people sometimes. But as far as long-term, I'm going to get one more. This could be within a 3-year time frame, okay, with the Three of Cups energy coming forth, but I just don't feel like it's that long. And I also do feel like you are going to meet somebody else when you're with someone else, but not with someone else. It's going to be like a weird situational kind of vibe, but it's all right. What role will AK play in your love life going forward? Hey, what's up, Veronica? So, what role will AK play in your love life going forward? The star card energy coming forth. Aquarius energy, okay? So, what role will AK play in your love life going forward? The role that he's going to play is the rejuvenator, the humanitarian, the person who's going to be thinking about you as well as everybody else surrounding you, and as well as himself, maybe not as much as himself. But he's also going to take into account how it affects you, like his decisions, how they affect you. He's also going to want to make certain wishes of yours come true with the star card, okay? Coming forth. But that's coming out there, and a lot of it could be Aquarius related, okay? Mainly later end of January to mid-February. Hey, hi, what does Matt think or feel towards you? He's a new crush, Shiloh. Hey, what's up, Shiloh? So what does Matt think or feel towards you? He's a new crush. So let's see here. Shiloh is you. That's what you said. Shiloh is me. That's your username, right? Knight of Wands. Okay, Knight of Wands in the upright. Then you also have the Six of Swords in the upright. So I was remembering a reading I did like 7 years ago. It was the first one that went to 100K on my previous YouTube channel. It was a love letter box one for those of you guys who follow me around for time, with the wooden desk in the back. A little love box with love letters. That was the first one that popped out. Some of you guys remember, some of you don't. Damn, I wish I could see that. Anyway, so going into this Nine of Wands with the Six of Swords in the upright. This person feels kind of restricted. They feel like you have your guard up. They would like to like take you away from the environment that you guys normally kind of meet up in to kind of like see how you bond naturally, like maybe like invite you on a date or something like that. But it involves travel, short distance with the Six of Swords, movement and transition. He could also be changing or moving or doing something different. With the Empress card and the upright, that this isn't. I'm gonna cut it off at this one, but I feel like this person does view you as somebody who should be respected. Doesn't see you as somebody who shouldn't be respected. With the Empress card and the upright, okay. The Empress card in the upright is the person who has a little bit of everything. She's a little bit of the Queen of Wands, a little bit of the Queen of Cups. You know, she's a little bit feisty and action oriented and can manifest very fast. She can also be very intuitive with how she acts. You know, piece everything together and go in a streamline. Okay, naturally. All right. Queen of Cups, and she can manipulate her way to the top there. Okay, with the Queen of, I'm serious. With the Queen of Swords, very precise, logical, sometimes a little nerdy, like cutthroat sometimes. They're comforting, but in a very logical way. Like if you ask AI, hey, send me a comforting message, it might sound like that. It might sound like just focus and everything like that. I remember there was one time I asked AI for like comforting message, and I was like, "What? This was like talking to somebody I knew that just doesn't give me like emotional like comfort." I was like, no wonder I was surrounded by Pisces the majority of my life. I was like, you know. But anyway, so the next one that you have is the Queen of Wands. Okay, like my grandma's Pisces. My grandfather, he wasn't biologically my grandfather, but I consider my grandfather. So he what's it called? He was a Cancer. Um, my sister's a Pisces. My brother-in-law's a Pisces. My dog at one point was a Pisces, born the same day as my sister, March 1st. Bendito. He passed away. But anyway, into this, okay? Like I said, she's a little bit of everything. I pulled another one out for you, Queen of Wands. You're manifesting very rapidly. He also doesn't know if he's able to keep up with you at this time. But he also sees that you want something really serious. But he also sees that you have your card up with the Nine of Wands. The reason why is because the Empress isn't the girlfriend. She's the mother, the wife, the teacher, the coordinator, the owner, the leader. Like, she's that. But that's what I'm getting for you. So again, like a lot of respect. What is the first major sign that you've met your future spouse, Virginia? Okay, so I'm gonna get off live stream after this. Okay. Right here, one other question about a major spouse. Oh, guys, come on. There's other things, but we could talk about this, but come on. All right, so let's go into it. Let's see here. So, what is the first major sign that you've met your future spouse? Okay. That things are not going to be going according to plan with this person. You're not going to be able to manipulate them. I'm getting a lot of Sally Owens type of vibes. You know how she wasn't able to like lie to the sheriff, you know, because she manifested him into existence and gave him permission over her energy. But ain't nobody want to talk about that, right? Everybody just want to talk about how she manifested it and shit, and just flowers went in the air. Yes, fishes are in the ocean. You can see them, but there's so much more. You know what I mean? So with the Three of Wands energy coming forth, as in there's depth to these things, especially when it's in a spiritual like movie. There's depth to it. It's almost poetic. So with the Three of Wands, okay, coming forth, and that's in any religion or any viewpoint or any spirituality, it's there's depth to it, and it is poetic. So with the Three of Wands in the religion, I'm sorry, in the reverse. My bad. Okay, this could be maybe you might end up meeting this person at church or something that you do religiously. I normally don't talk about that too much in my readings, not too much. But with the Three of Wands in the reversal, it's like something's not going to go according to plan. It's like when you were supposed to go on a trip, it just didn't work out, and you just ended up going to the coffee shop that day. They normally don't end up going to that, and that person ends up being there. It's something that ends up slipping up in your reality where it's like a change in the matrix, quote unquote. I don't really like that saying. I don't really like talking about that too much. It's a wild concept for me, you know. But with that, okay, with the Three of Wands and the reversal, is just like something you do differently that switches something up. Like you don't follow a set of pattern. You do something different that day that leads you to a different pattern, a different path. And this is what's truly going to stand out because you normally don't meet this person in in that environment on that day in that time. It's something about it is so serendipitous. Will you get good news at your appointment this month? I cannot do any legal or medical questions, guys. Please understand that. Okay, that's a legal boundary that I have to respect. All right. Is there anything good and positive coming in your love life soon? Is there anything good and positive coming in your love life? So let's see here. Oh, positive. You and here comes the sun. Da-da-da-da. All right, Leo energy shining through. You could be meeting like somebody who's really like flamboyant. Okay, so you're gonna get like a progressive masculine kind of Leo. Okay. I do also feel like this person's gonna smile a lot, be very happy a lot, but be careful with people who are happy a lot. Robin Williams, that's all I'm gonna say. All right, but with the sun, and I'm serious. Be careful people who are happy all of the time. You have to process emotions. That's weird. You ever see that? I never saw that movie Smile, but I saw the trailer for it. And I was like, what the fuck? That is kind of creepy. What if somebody smiled at you all the time? Even when they saying some fucked up shit, that'd be weird, right? This person has a little bit of that tendency, but I do feel like this person also has creative childlike joy, which makes me kind of think of Aries, but it's not an Aries card. It's a Leo card, which is very very wonderful. See, a lot of times you'll see an Aries that looks like 10 years younger than what they actually are. Like if they're 30, they most likely look like maybe they're 21 or like 22 or like, I'm not kidding. My mom has an Aries rising, so her appearance, she usually looks younger than what she is. It doesn't matter how much weight she gains or loses, whatever, she's still youthful, her skin's intact. For the most part, you know? So that's Aries rising. We'll do that. Now, let's just say a Leo rising. This person will be their whole life, they will have a strong build. Okay? Their whole life. Whether that is um, heavier set or lean and broader shoulders, they're going to have like a heavier build. They just are. A lot of times they will. And they will be very dominant. So wherever room that they walk into, or whether that's sun or right, they're going to automatically feel like they own it. Doesn't matter who's there, whatever. Let me tell you this little story with my cousin. She's semi-famous on TikTok. She's pretty dope. She's super cool. She does really cool, intricate like art pieces and stuff like that. She has her own family. She has a kid. I'm so proud of her. Like she does amazing stuff. I just don't. Whenever I feel like I'm a fuck up or I feel like I'm not feeling 100%, I don't like to connect with people in that way. Like on a major personal level. Even though you're probably like, she's your cousin. She's your best friend growing up. Like she's kind of still your best friend, low key, a little bit still, but not really, but still. Like if you put Manette and I in a room together, most likely we'll freaking create something, do something, and it's gonna be progressive as shit. So, anyway, I'm serious. Like the time that her and I was the only person in her chat room when she blew up on TikTok. I saw it happen on live stream. So, like I said, when her and I are in a room together, that's that Aquarius Leo shit. When her and I are in a room together, it's like fucking the earth. I don't know how to explain. It's like the sky, but in your face. I don't know. But with the sun card, okay, she has so much happy-go-lucky energy. She has this sense of like dominance. There was this time where her and I, back to the story, there was a time when her and I went to this bar in Oklahoma, of all places, which was actually pretty chill. It was pretty nice. They had live karaoke, which honestly was a vibe. I go to the bathroom, I swear. I go to the bathroom, 2 seconds, I said, I don't know, I'll be right back. No, I didn't go to the bathroom. I went outside for a smoke break. That's where I went. I didn't go to the bathroom. I went outside for a smoke break. And I guess I don't smoke inside. That's back when I used to smoke cigarettes. So I'm out there chilling, and I was with her mother-in-law. Oh, her not her mother-in-law at the time, but her mother-in-law now. And we are just talking, whatever. And I go back inside, and I can't find her. And I'm like, where is she? I'm freaking out because I feel personally responsible for her because it's my bloodline. So I'm like, wait a minute. I get really protective when it comes to like family. Whenever I'm around family, I get very protective. Like it doesn't matter if I don't even like them as an individual. If we share a bloodline, I feel like in some weird parallel universe, I'm doing it to myself. It's weird. I don't know. So it's just anyway. So I'm like looking for her. I'm freaking out. I'm like, my aunt is going to kill me. This is gonna happen. If I tell her, hey, I lost her, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm thinking like 20 miles a fucking minute. You know where I found her? I found her at a table with a record label owner. That's where I found her. She said, oh yeah, I just said, hey. I was like, what the fuck? You gave me a fucking heart attack. I have anxiety right now. Like this, and I'm seeing her, I'm like, hello. And then this wasn't over. The night wasn't over. So I was like, all right, chill. So we go up, we do karaoke, I'm chill. So I think everything's fine. We go and play some pool. I'm like, all right, so I know where she's at. She's playing a game with other people. I know I'm gonna go and pee because I was drinking that night. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go and pee. Socially, I'll drink, right? So like, I'm like, okay. I walk out. I can't find her again. But I'm back at the pool area, and you know where I find her? Surrounded by men. I said, yes, my bitch. But at the same time, I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Like, I leave for 2 seconds. The thing is she's bad. It's hereditary. So it's just gonna happen. All right. So I'm just looking at her. I'm just like, you are magnificent. So at the same time, I'm like, first of all, you're stressing me out because I don't know these boys. They're 22. Okay. At the same time, I was like, they're younger than me. They look like college. They look kind of like out of town, like they got some shit in their pocket that they shouldn't have. And I'm thinking, I need to protect myself and my family, okay, and my friend at that time. So I'm asking them questions that make them feel kind of uncomfortable, the way they're making me uncomfortable. She didn't want to talk to them anyway. That's the thing about her. Is she didn't want to talk to them anyway. She already had a boyfriend. She was there with his mother. What the fuck? She didn't care about any of them, so I'm trying to save the day. So I'm like, okay, I can make a man unattracted to me in 2 seconds. Watch this. It didn't really work. It didn't really work. Kind of made it worse, but we kind of dipped. I was like, we kind of ended up dipping, but they ended up giving, their numbers or whatever. We ended up throwing them out. You know how it goes, and we just ended up living our life. Some of them kind of looked at me weird, but when guys are on a mission, they don't really care if you're weird in that moment because it's not forever for them. You know what I mean? So, I'm serious. The sun card, this person might be very joyful. This person might be they might attract a lot of attention. Okay. And, who else has that? Libra. And that's who she's married to. All right. It's a Libra. So, and that's the person who she was dating at the time. Yes, my magic just exudes. Beautiful. Serious. Every person that I end up living with or something like that for a long time, they end up getting pregnant. It's like God just puts me with men. I'm serious. I'm serious. Some of them they're men, but they're to themselves. My door's locked, and I had no other choice. So, and honestly, they're very chill, very respectful, and they're actually cleaner than half of the female roommates that I've had in my life. Where I'm like, wow, is this a trick? Like, what's going on, Ashton? Anyway, but that's kind of like what it is. Question: will the Sagittarius become your boyfriend? So this person you might end up meeting during Leo season. This person will be very happy-go-lucky, joyful. The minute I connect to this person's energy, they brought me like this light as I was describing them in the prompt. So let's go into this and let's see. Okay. Why is SV not trying to get in a romantic relationship with you or try more? Please and thank you because he doesn't want to. But I'm gonna give you a read on it, BB. It's because he doesn't want to. And Avalon the Virgo, I'll answer you in a second. Give me a second. Why doesn't he try against romantic relationship with you, Sarah? My mind is racing. Let's get a couple things. He already told you why. With the Ace of Swords in the upright. And he may have been a little bit too direct about it. He told you that he doesn't want to get into a romantic relationship. And it's because he's hyper focused on something else with the Ace of Swords. Or someone else with the Ace of Swords. Six of Pentacles in the upright. He's focused on his bag and he's trying to get qualified for something. This could be like a home loan or some kind of loan of some kind. The Six of Pentacles is a lot about sharing information, but it's also, he may have talked to his friends about this, about you. And he wants to be friends with benefits, and he told you that that's all he wanted. Did he not? You can tell me. It's okay. I'll make sure I'm reading it right. So feel free to tell me. I'm going to wait for your response. And then Avalon the Virgo, I'll get into yours in a second. Did I get a square or SH, hey, what's up, love? Why didn't you say anything? But yes, I can get into your 10-minute reading in just a moment. I understand the reason why not. But thank you. You said, not really, but thank you. I understand the reason why not. Okay. Well, maybe he wasn't direct with it. But if you want him to be direct with it, ask him directly. You just have to be prepared for yes or no. And just take it with a grain of salt and recognize that his yes or his no does not define your reality. It just defines a moment in your reality, if that makes sense. But even then, it doesn't really have any principal precedence because it still doesn't control your emotions. You do that. I'm serious. People can influence your emotions, they can provoke you, they can trigger you, but we ourselves control our emotions. Like, I didn't have to blow up on that doctor in the hospital. I shouldn't have done that. Okay? Lord knows I shouldn't have done that. But it did. So, yeah. I should have thought before I acted. I didn't. So, I was going based off of emotion. And that was wrong with me. And I'm trying to help other people prevent that from happening to them in a very serious note. But I'm going to cut the deck in half one more time for you and give you a channeled message card, okay? And that's for BB1234. And I'm going to go into SH's reading, and then I'm going to call it, guys. It's 7:07 now. It could be a general collective message for you guys. Definitely check that out. Six of Swords, okay? This person plans on moving, saving up money, maybe connecting with some other friends, maybe online even, and moving. They're really focused on their home life at this time. Their home life does not make them happy, and I understand because when you come home, you kind of just want to just come home. You don't really want to have little memories of your lack of progression or anything of that nature. Like, you want to feel like you put in your hard work where you want in some capacity, whether it's getting yourself the bed sheets that make you feel comfortable, or getting yourself the quilt that makes you feel comfortable, or maybe getting yourself the laundry detergent is a perfect example of this. Remember, like, laundry detergent. Think about it. Some people have the same laundry detergent. Okay, granted, obviously, some people make their own. But it says a lot about who you are, how you shop, what you choose, things like that. It says a lot about who you are. Anyway, laundry detergent. You know, I'm not gonna get into that analogy. I would sound like a fucking crazy person. Okay, let me not get into laundry detergent analogy. But think about it, really. Like energy attracts like energy. So if certain people are getting similar scents, certain people are getting similar things. Like, there was one time I was back when I was really, really bougie and was very well taken care of. Okay. I had a bunch of different body sprays from, I have like an obsession with creating my own scent or like my own perfume or like my own, I have an obsession with that ever since I was a child. So I mix scents together, play around with scents together. I see how they smell. So sometimes I'll just do one. If I'm like, listen, I don't need to do all that. But then when I'm really like feeling fun, I'll be like, okay, and I'll just mix it up, or I'll smell. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. Everybody has their own energy. Okay, but there was somebody behind me in public sometime. This dude, he was like, "You smell amazing." He said it very creepy. Like, I was like, thank you. I switched to a different lane, honestly. I did. I went to a different checkout lane. I just dipped. I have very bad social anxiety. I don't really, guys, I have bad social anxiety at times. Doesn't mean I'm not connected. Doesn't mean I don't talk to people. It just means that I have social anxiety, especially when it comes with like the opposite sex. I have weird triggers. So, anyway, this person may be focused on moving or transitioning and changing, and they don't know how you would be able to fit into that, and they feel like it would cause a complication. And they also feel like things you want aren't things that they want. And they're like, well, how do they know that? Because they're listening to you. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I'm going to go into Hardy's. Let me message her really quick. Reader, hey, what's up, love? I thought you were going to do mine. I'm still here. Hey, what's up? I'm going to with the Sagittarius become your boyfriend. Serious relationship. I'm going to do this for like 2 seconds. All right. What is that? Hey, what's up? I'm going to do 2 seconds. Hey, it's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got me. Hey. Is that what you're saying? If not, I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you so much, Jasmine. You're welcome, BB. I was gonna do a channel MasterCard. I'm sorry, but come on my next live stream and we'll see. Okay. Well, the Sagitt, I'll probably remember. Most likely, maybe. If not, just remind me. Like, hey, last live stream you said you'd throw me a card because you forgot, and then put a. I can't tell you what to put. So. Will the Sagittarius become your boyfriend? Serious relationship. I've won the Virgo. Then I gotta go into a 10-minute paid read. Okay, guys. 10. Oh shit. My bad. 2 of Cups. I'm thinking about 12 things at the same time. I'm sorry. But I was hyper focused on this. So both of you guys are going to become in a serious relationship, okay? Will the Sagittarius become your boyfriend, serious relationship? 2 Cups, that's a very strong sign and indicator of wanting to be in a serious relationship. But of course, have these conversations. Wait for it though. Don't pressure it. We don't know that. But, you know what I mean? It's a quick yes or no. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to go into the 10-minute read. Okay? She's waited long enough, guys. She submitted that about 5 minutes ago. And I'm waiting for her question. So, Hardy, once you're ready, feel free to post your question, okay? Or if you just want a general read or anything like that, just let me know. Such a disgrace. Will you get back with your ex-girlfriend? So let's see here. Will you get back with your ex-girlfriend? Her name Kelly. Just kidding. The next one is the lovers. Yes. Okay. Yes, you will. All right. So, yes. You're welcome, Avalon the Virgo. I hope that you have a great day, okay? You said goodness. Well, the Lovers card is very deep, and it's also connected with Gemini season. You want her stat. Anyway, let's go into Hardy. You do. You want her a lot. You're welcome. I'm just waiting on Hardy. I'm sorry, guys. I know there's an awkward silence, but I'm just waiting on her a little bit. No problem. She waited on me. It's the least I can do. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm closing up readings after this paid reading, okay? And then I'm going to go out and work for a little bit. I am available for private readings to be delivered by 11 a.m. tomorrow. U.S. Eastern. Hey, what's up? I miss my boyfriend I just broke up with 5 hours ago. Already. Ridiculousness. I'm waiting for Hardy. Hey, what's up, Z Dave? I addressed you already prior. And I'm waiting on a 10-minute paid reading for Miss Hardy. I'm just waiting on her to message me her question. Okay. Her live might be delayed a little bit, so I'm waiting for her. Or your live might be delayed a little bit as well. General. All right, cool. All right, so let's get into it and let's see here. Make sure to save your timestamp for when your reading starts. Let's go into Hardy for the 10-minute reading, okay, guys? And I'm going to close up here. Thank you guys so much for participating in the live stream. And I'll be live again. Thank you, guys. Let's go into a general. Queen of Wands, okay? With the Queen of Wands coming up in the reversal, be careful what you're focusing on and be careful what you're about to say yes to. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when the Queen of Wands is in the upright, she says yes to things that are really amazing and good deals, and she knows it's in alignment with whatever she's planning. But these might come out of nowhere. And you might also get a little bit mad, a little bit irate towards something, and maybe make a decision out of anger, like I did recently. Hello. How are you? Now, the next one that you're getting is the Knight of Wands. Again, more fire sign energy. Leo season is going to be coming up shortly here. Not too far. Okay. But with the Knight of Wands, you're going to end up taking. Anyways, whenever you end up taking this action that ends up negating some things, whatever's meant for you is meant for you. So with the Knight of Wands energy coming forth, you're going to find a way to make it better somehow. Somehow this adverse reaction that you thought that was going to provoke this other individual or something like that ends up working out in your favor. Now, the next one that you're receiving is the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords in the upright is also betrayal. Watch out for this. Watch out for the person who's like, oh, how did that feel when he said that to you? Next thing you know, she's telling fucking Jessica everything. Now, the next one that you have is the Three of Pentacles in the upright. Okay? We're going to get clarification on this. We will. With the Three of Pentacles energy, this is plans coming into motion, things that you didn't think that were going to happen for a little while, or you're going to start to see little manifestations of it. You're also going to get little opportunities that are going to come your way that are going to help you navigate your plans better. This is also somebody seeing you as a long-term, like a part of their long-term plan. Not necessarily part of their long-term plan with the Three of Pentacles. And this person could have been with like another person long-term. With the Three of Pentacles, it's just hard for me not to say that because it comes up often in third-party situations. So let's go into the next one. You have the Tower card. Now, the Tower card is coming up in the reversal. A lot of people are still like, oh, the Tower card is crazy. But the Tower card is only crazy if you can't navigate through change and become adaptable and immediately snap into position. And you can do that. If you didn't, this would be in the reversal. But with it being in the reverse, this is almost like an internal shift, a different viewpoint, something that's changing on the inside of you. And maybe it's almost like a tower moment, but it's inside. It's held inside. It's processed inside. Now, underneath the green, the queen, the Queen of Wands, you have the Six of Swords. Okay. with Z, I'm gonna put you on mute, okay? I'm gonna put you on mute for about 5 minutes. Because I told everybody what I was doing and you're not being an attentive listener at this time. So, with the Six of Swords energy coming forth underneath the Queen of Wands in the reversal, okay? Because I said that multiple times that I'm doing a paid reading. I said that multiple times that I'm done with readings after this one that I'm closing off. I said that multiple times that I've been on here for a little while, okay? And I just timed you out for about 5 minutes. This is a little much, okay? You're blowing me up there. Metaphorically. With the Six of Swords in the upright underneath the Queen of Wands, you may decide to move or take a trip randomly. It's going to end up creating a connective point for you with the Knight of Wands. Something that you were once blocked off from. This could be in regard, remember this is general, so this is going to be generally speaking in regards to your love life, your career, okay? And I'm picking at different pieces that pinpoint at these different areas. With the Nine of Wands, and you're also getting the Eight of Wands in the upright, okay? Fast communication, fast change, fast product. Like after you create some kind of action, whether you choose to, whether that's change job, right? And of course, make that with your own decision, your own sound mind, not because you got a reading until you change job. Stop. This is explaining an action that you automatically kind of naturally want to do. Okay. With the Nine of Wands in the reversal and how it's showcasing here and how it's laid out, it's almost like once you take this adverse reaction, if you move or transition, I'll pull more for underneath the Queen of Wands, Three of Cups. You're gonna move on from something, but I also do feel like you may end up going on a trip or journey to celebrate. It could be like a birthday trip, birthday journey. When's your birthday? You said I just did. All right, so that's confirmation. So that lets you know that this has already occurred. That the energy is being read because we're not even done. We're like at the beginning of the reading. We still have 3 more cards to clarify and get into different things that are occurring. So if you know this has already taken place, you know this is already occurring, take the energy how it resonates. What hasn't? And you already do that naturally. Said, I'm on a birthday trip now / business trip. Oh, well, that explains that. Girl, I hope you went somewhere tropical. Please, for me. And get a pina colada. For me. And be under the sun. Just for me. For me. Okay? Make a TikTok. See a wave. Something. You said I got angry and ran over a snake today. What color was the snake? How the snake looked like? And where'd you find it? LOL. So I understand I got upset. My thoughts were off today. LOL. I did. LOL. So you're so psychic. Tell it to my fucking psychologist, please. Anyway, it's okay. Stop. Like, let's go into the Five of Swords. 4 of Cups in the reversal. Okay. I don't go there. That's my choice. It's my right. Not anymore. Okay. When it was involuntary, I had to and abide by their regulations rule. But when I have ownership of myself and to control my own energy, even I've never had an episode or anything like that occur in my life, I don't think I'm seeing me for maybe another 30 years. So the next one that you're getting is the King of Pentacles. When you're involuntary Baker active, guys, your rights get stripped. Just know that. I know it's crazy. It was a small black snake, okay? So don't blow up on your doctor. We're not running more tests on you. Okay? Before he's about to discharge you, and then he won't create an adverse reaction and write some shit and get another doctor to do this adverse reaction and get you Baker acted and be in a cahoots and all this shit, and then they find out later on that you're not psychotic. You're just fucking psychic. But it's fine that they, didn't allow me to practice my spirituality or discuss my religion there, even though that's my American right. Okay? They didn't allow me that. Then they want to bring up the sun sign in group therapy. I mean, what the fuck? I was like, you guys have me in there for this fucking, and you want to bring it up in group therapy and play Linkin Park when this bitch next to me just had a slash series. I don't think that's smart. But I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because let me fucking make a complaint. You gonna keep me in here another 2 days? Can I get some cranberry juice? I'm serious. You said I know it's crazy. It was a small black snake. Okay, so was it a garden snake? Hold on. Let's look at the spiritual meaning. And where was it? My 14th, my birthday. Hey, what's up, twinning? I'm born February 14th. Oh, you meant like for. Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's. You said I know it's crazy. It was a small black snake. Okay, so, okay, all right. Black snake, spiritual. Hmm. I know in the spiritual community, people are like, snakes are the sign of like awakening and everything like that. But I mean, I know that's the way you want to view it. But I mean, I'm, I'm not going to view it that way. Like I said, I'm a little different. There's a reason why a lot of like witches and psychics, they don't like me. They don't fuck with me. I don't follow what they follow. I do something different. And they're like, oh, she doesn't worship him. She's like God, even though he damned her. Really? You know what I mean? This happens to me a lot. I have this conversation a lot with people. It's because I have a Leo and Lilith, and that means I'm a martyr. People will make an example out of me in a minute to make sure nobody else gets the confidence to do something else or whatever. All the time. It happens all the time. It's just astrological. So, spiritually, a black snake represents a transformation, hidden wisdom, and the subconscious. It often serves as a powerful symbol, prompting you to shed old habits, confront hidden fears, or tap into your innate intuition. So, I'm going to tell you what this means. I'm going to tell you the polarities. I'm going to tell you the positive, and I'm going to tell you the potential negative. So, this could also mean that on the negative side, somebody's going to try to use your fear against you, but it's something that you're almost over because of how small it was. I'm serious, that's how I'm perceiving it. Because of how small it was. It's going to offer you transformation because how you're going to conquer that fear. It's not that the snake itself is transformation. That's what people don't understand. That you can be transformation on your own. Okay? Then why else would we be? Then we're talking spiritual, we're talking entertainment purposes only. Of course, there's a logical perspective on this. There's psychologically, of course. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about something completely different. Okay? So, with shedding the old, like all snakes, the black snake represents rebirth and the ability to leave behind outdated versions of yourself. Okay. In psychology and I don't know how to say that. I don't. But here we go. That's it. Black regulates the unknown and your shadow self. And your shadow self are things that you just don't really deal with. And people because they like to describe it in different things. People got many different names or whatever you want to say. I can't say how I really feel about it, but you have nothing to fear because you ended up killing it anyway. That reminds me of my dream that I had one time where like there was like I felt like some dreams are kind of lucid sometimes. So you feel like there's like a never mind. Never mind. It's not relevant. Seeing a black snake in a dream often anyway, so yeah, you killed it. So you're going to conquer it. Um it's not like stomping on a grasshopper. This is something you didn't necessarily. Did you do that on purpose? I don't think you did that on purpose. But for some reason, it made you madder and also kind of happy. But madder, happy because you got rid of the snake. Like, okay, the danger's gone. I'm relieved. That's the word. Not happy. Relieved. No, I did get good vibes with the snake. You said no, I didn't get. Yeah, I don't get good vibes with the snake when I'm connecting with the vibe. I don't like. I don't trust anybody who's like, oh yeah, I like snakes. I'm like immediately. I'm like, I don't like you. Understand me? I don't care. I just don't like you. And that's my preconditioned bias. Okay. But yeah, like I don't like people who like say, yeah, yeah. I had a friend one time, she ended up being a snake too. Watch out, because it was serious. I'm telling you. Like, all the dog kind of looks like the owner. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But anyway. Oh look, they replied. Oh, I was gonna text again, ask for business, ask another question. So I got 5% battery. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna reset this up. Give me a second. I know, because I can do a quick one. It's gonna be all my battery life, so we gotta do this quick. So I'm gonna do this read here for the general. We're gonna finish up here with the World card and the Two of Wands. Okay, so here we go. So the World card is coming out. We gotta get through this, so we gotta get through. All right, so Four of Cups energy in the reversal, the King of Pentacles. What you're not expecting is somebody's gonna reach out to you when you're busy, when you got other plans, and honestly, you're just over it. And this could be through the internet, okay, with the World card signifying that. But you could also find out about a betrayal through the internet. And the World card is surrounded by fixed sign energy. So that's going to be Aquarian, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. Okay. Now, underneath the Three of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Wands, a blockage. Somebody's going to put restrictions on how they want to build with you, but they're going to kind of make it known that they kind of want to build with you. And this could be somebody who has Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in their chart. This could also be career related in regards to your boss creating restrictions on kind of like your abilities to do certain things. You're like, yeah, well, I could do that, but it's kind of like being like a sound engineer when you know you could be the producer. Where you're like, what the fuck is he doing? That's not even on deck. But he said run it. He said run it. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm putting on my resume. I followed directions. Very well. Like that kind of vibe. Okay. Now let's get into the next one. We got to get into this quick because I'm trying to extension cord, honestly. I kind of do, but I don't like it. It like yeah. When the last time I used it, it had a short, so I don't like using it. So I threw it out, kind of. It's like it's in the I don't need corner. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for the general. But feel free to let me know for the second question. We can get into the second question. But I did want to throw some channeled messages out for you, the general. All right, I have it plugged in now, just so you know. Dearest love, I cheated on you during. Oh, okay, so this is something that you may end up finding out about the betrayal, the Five of Swords. Maybe somebody tried to hide this. Maybe it's something that took you a long time to find out, but you end up piecing it together somehow. This may be a little bit out there, but you'll think about it when it happens. So, dearest love, I cheated on you during the worst time in our relationship. I'm sorry, but I won't take accountability for it. I believe you are partially to blame. You stopped wanting me, so I went to someone who did. I don't think you'll ever find out. So, you're going to end up finding out about that. Especially with the Five of Swords and the World card, something coming to a full circle all the way back around. And it could be internet or something that you get through the internet or some form of technology, phone. Try. Dearest love, it is time to get married. I do not want to wait. We should get married as soon as possible. I have come into a really good situation. I want to share it with you. Marry You by Bruno. So you're going to go from finding out about a deep betrayal about something to end up in a very serious committed relationship with somebody who has that mindset. of wanting to build with you, and that's very King of Pentacles. Virgos, Taurus, Capricorns, they tend to be married. And usually, if it's not happily, it's at least coordinated and very partnered. Now, the next one that you're getting is, I think it's best if we don't talk for a while. Potential message, thought / conversation. I feel like this is like news that you may end up hearing that's going to be like, why did you tell me this now? Or why are you talking about this now? And it just throws you off about this. And where you're like, I don't want to talk. Like, I mean, maybe not forever, but definitely not right now. This person seeks alone time, or you, seeks alone time with no form of contact from you or this other person at this time. They plan on reaching back out, but only when it works for them. The choice is always partially yours, so you don't have to have a conversation with this person. You don't have to respond. You don't have to call them. You don't have to prioritize them. You don't have to commit to them. You don't have to do any of that. That decision's always partially yours. So it's hard to dance if somebody doesn't want to dance. So stop ignoring me. Why do you still have me blocked? Now, there's also somebody who's still resisting, like wanting you, and is not taking no for an answer. Sorry, somebody posted. I got a notification. Sorry. Stop calling me. Don't message me. This person will reach out when they feel called to. Do not bombard them with any form of communication at this time. You said, I'm not with anyone. I blocked my ex. I guess that's done. Well, this is the person who wants you to unblock them. But again, the decision is yours. Just because they want you to unblock, so why want to boo? You cry, you lose, but whatever. Dearest soul, a new home for the life you are meant to build is approaching. Make sure to know what you wish to invest in. Having the right home could be another avenue of wealth. You might be purchasing property with somebody in the future. And I'm feeling the more of like 6 to 8 month time frame. Just a thought. Wheel of Fortune energy in the upright. Okay, surrounded by fixed sign energy. Okay, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio. I was gonna say Sagittarius, but it's not Sagittarius. I don't know why I'm getting Sagittarius vibes. Let's see. Oh, 737 got Sagittarius vibes. Give me 1 second. 737 angel number. Powerful celestial message confirming that your spiritual journey, intuition, and personal growth are perfectly aligned. The universe is validating your current path, urging you to trust your inner wisdom and bodily embrace your creative expression. Seeing the sequence is highly symbolic and breaks down into several key spiritual meanings. The number 7 represents spiritual awakening, inner wisdom, and divine support. Appearing twice, it serves as a strong assurance that your spiritual progress is real and you are exactly where you need to be. The 3 in the middle highlights joy, creativity, and self-expression. It reminds you that your spiritual path does not have to be overly serious. Incorporating your passions and unique talents is essential to your growth. Your guardian angels are cheering you on, assuring you that good things and mental clarity are ahead. If you frequently encounter this number, it is a sign to stay the course. Trust your gut feelings and decision makings and channel your energy into creative and spiritual endeavors. For a deeper dive into how this number connects to love, career, and manifestation, oh my God. Sometimes I just go into, you know what I mean? Anyway, so your guardian angels are cheering you on, assuring you that good things and mental clarity are ahead. So with the Wheel of Fortune, things are going to be changing. Not rapidly, but in good disbursements. So let's go do business. I said, okay, can we do 5 for business and 5 for, yeah. So let's do that. So let's do 5 for business. So let's see here. All right, 5 cards for business and 5 minutes. But I'm also going to do an outline for it so we can save time for both. All right, so I'm going to do a 7 card spread for both if that's okay. And I'm going to add additional clarifiers to it. So, all right. So as far as business goes, you're going to have something unlocking in your favor, something that you were once restricted for. So let's just say, this is what I mean by this. Okay, in regards to business, this could be like maybe you wanted to apply for an SBA loan, okay, or a PPP loan or whatever, okay, or just a process or whatever, to amplify your business, to amplify your structure, whatever it is, because I'm seeing more small business than anything, even though you may have a directive like route somewhere else, doing something like a different career. Like imagine, I have to say that. With the Nine of Wands, okay, not physically see, I don't see things flowing. I don't. Anyway, let me fucking stop. With the Nine of Wands energy coming forth, okay, in the reversal, this is very big on like, you're not gonna, let's just say if they were like, you have to have your taxes done for like 2 years or 1 year, so there's gonna be some kind of gray area or some kind of civil lining that's gonna be like, all right, green means go. Eight of Wands, and it's going to create a lot of action for your business. Like maybe people talking about it, some people getting referred out to you, and it's going to be very fast paced at first with the Eight of Wands. This is going to help balance a lot of things in your life. This could be coming in near Scorpio season or Libra season, because Justice card is Scorpio and Libra. So that's usually October. And it's usually the middle to, well, it could be all of October, honestly, but really the middle to a little bit towards the beginning of November for Scorpio. My brother's November 3rd, so he's Scorpio. So anyway, so going into the next one, you have Five of Swords. I know it goes into the end of October, but with the Five of Swords in the reversal, and then you're also getting the Three of Pentacles in the upright. Let's see. Girl, somebody's gonna try to get one over on you, but because you already balanced out what they were trying to fuck up, it's gonna be fine. More than fine. Okay? Cool beans. Oh my god, I haven't heard that forever. Weird. Three of Pentacles. Anyway, so with the Sun card energy coming forth, it's whatever. The Sun card and the, not that you're weird, it's just that it's weird that I'm hearing that, and some synchronizations happen throughout this live stream that were just with the Five of Pentacles energy, like things that people said and things that I haven't thought about in a while. And like 3 different times they brought it up from the same person. It's 3 different people. Synchronicity on a spiritual level, but on a psychological could just be things that my mind is pinpointing to for comfort. I don't, maybe, who knows. With the Sun card and the Five of Pentacles energy coming forth in the upright, this is very big on you clearing out any debt, but at the same time, with the Five of Pentacles, you might start off really great with business, to where things are happening at a very rapid pace, to where you think that's the consistent flow. And I made that mistake in the beginning when I was building as well. Okay, is when you think, oh, that rush is coming in, it's gonna happen like that almost every single day, or maybe it's gonna happen like that every single week, and it doesn't really happen like that every single week. And then you got to figure out, okay, well, what did I do then, or what am I doing? What can I do differently, or things like that. But it's not even that. It's just about being on a regiment, and it will come in consistency as it comes. And sometimes it's far apart. Sometimes it's months apart. Sometimes it's a year apart, where you don't even see anything for like a year or 2 years. And you're just like, okay, now I'm finally seeing progress. Now I'm finally seeing this. But I don't feel like it's going to be that long for you, because what you're doing is very in person, and it is also, well, in person enough. And with the it's more interpersonal. But with the Five of Pentacles coming up, never be careful with overly investing in things and having to take out potentially another loan or having to borrow. With the Six of Pentacles, but it's going to end up working out for you in the long haul. The more Ten of Cups. Emotional fulfillment with your career. Even though you're going to have some ups and downs, and maybe have some moments where you're like, damn, I kind of have to use all my money for that. It ends up coming back towards you. Slightly unhinged. And I'm talking about get a reading when you're done writing all it. Please just say no, and I'll be like, I'll understand that. I respect the no more than anything. Then just no response. So it's okay to say no. But like, and I don't hold grudges for that. I used to a long time ago. It's like, oh my god, people take me personally, because I was new to the internet and doing all that. I was new, and then I'm like, fuck down. Like, anyway. I am not for everyone, and that is I'm sorry, and that is a them problem. So not everybody might see the value in what you're doing. Okay, like my father does not see the value in what I'm doing, but he likes that I'm okay. I guess. I mean, I don't know. Does not like me doing that, or maybe even being online or any of that. I don't think he really likes that. He never vocalized it, but it shows in certain micro expressions. Now, the next note you're getting is I attract success and also weirdly specific inconveniences. So again, so it's like even though this brings in success for you, it's gonna be an inconvenience that maybe money's like, nah, I gotta waste this. It's kind of like I know I have to spend $40 to $50 on gas a day. But the benefit of it is that I'm able to have transportation. I'm able to, what's it called? Have flexibility to be able to still build this and also have some form of revenue on a daily basis and pay for things that I need to pay for and get the things that I need to get and be all right. And after everything that I've experienced in life, me just kind of being in a closed, peaceful environment is kind of what I'm really kind of wanting with a sense of freedom and creativity. And I don't necessarily feel like being put in that situation. I can 100%. I can be straight as an arrow, but I just can't do it anymore. Emotionally, I want to be doing what I'm doing. And what I mean by I can't is I won't. So the next news you're getting is I'm the definition of winging it with style. So you might be doing something different that other people just I don't want to step in that shoe. I'm the definition of winging it with style. So you may end up having to I don't know, I feel like getting sales oriented. So it could be kind of like, oh, you know what? Well, I have this for you. And somebody's gonna be like, bitch, we do? We don't got that color in the back. Like, I'm sorry, because I remember the moment in the salon when a bitch looked at it, she's like, yeah, we could do that color. And I'm like, bitch, we had a beta. We can't do that color. The bitch wants a lime green. She needs Pravana. A beta's all natural. So we can't necessarily we can do that color, but it's not. It's gonna be a little bit more muted. It's gonna be a little bit more natural. It's gonna be a little bit more it'll be glossy, it'll be healthy, it'll be strong. But you ain't gonna get lime green, baby. You ain't gonna get that. Okay. I'm serious, you won't. Unless you use a pure pigment, and even then you have to strip your hair completely, so it's a whole process. So definition of it, but she sold that and she made the color. She knew what to formulate. She knew exactly what ounces of like red to use, what ounces of blue to use. When you use Veda color, it's a lot more customization. So you have the ability to use like pure pigments and like pure tones and stuff like that, but also a base, like a neutral base as the main for like anyway, let me stop boring you. But it's really fun to learn color there. Anyway, so the next one that you're getting is I make things happen sometimes on purpose. So you're gonna end up winging something out of something. Whether you're like, oh, I can't get that right away, but I'm gonna figure out how to get that right away, and I'm gonna make sure I get that. And you might end up stressing yourself out or maybe overpaying for something out of pocket when you know maybe, but you did it in order to not lose a sale or to lock something in. You said, yeah, I'm hiring people right now, so it's like, ugh, and I have to train them, and ugh. No, but that's amazing. You said, yeah, I paid for sales training. So you see, so there we go, but it's going to work out for you. So again, sales. It's doing a lot of more sales. But your name says sales, isn't it? It says sales. I see that, but I never really looked at that before. But now I say it. I see it. Anyway, so let's get into it. I never paid attention to it. I can do this, and if I can't, I'll find a loophole. So like I said before, it's just confirmation. You're gonna end up finding a loophole, some kind of gray area that's gonna be a benefit for you. And even though you might feel like, oh, listen, this is way too much, it's gonna end up paying off for you. Just wait and watch them like a hawk a little bit. Make sure you're getting your money's worth. Make sure they're doing, what they're supposed to be doing. Not hover. No one likes to hover, but you know what I mean. Like walking and sitting in the back every now and again. See what they're learning. You don't have to stay there full time. You're the boss, but you can if you want to, and it'll make them feel like you're more part of the team and more connective experience with you as a potential. And I feel like you kind of already did maybe a little bit. Let's go into the Virgo. All right, so for the Virgo, do you have a question in particular before we get started? Do you want to know about a person you hired? I like doing those. Oh, that's a fun one. A little fun pick card, isn't it? Who did I hire? Question mark. No one really. It's not a clickable. It's not a trendy one. I know. Whatever. But I don't really care. I think you guys might like it. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. Google Docs. Google Docs. Oh, I'm sorry. Docs. New documents. Yeah. Let's see. Ha! Yo, that's lit. Okay, sorry. Hold on. Virgo's feelings, what's going on with them? Okay, so Virgo's feelings, what's going on with them? So let's go into Virgo. Okay, Queen, lovers, soulmating vibes. I'm here for it. Click, 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 click. Anyway, I've always wanted to do that. I've been wanting to do that since I saw Haley Bieber do it. I know. Shade me, shade me. With the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Okay, he's gonna communicate with you soon. Oh wow, this makes me really happy because I like reading things like this. Hold on. The Lover's card, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Cups. It gets better. Four of Cups. He's gonna reach out to you, and he also likes that you took this spontaneous journey, this spontaneous trip, and maybe that's what that Knight of Wands really was with that interjection there, that positive action that ends up happening, even though you do this just to like get away, and you're like, dude, out of here, whatever, frustration, whatever. And you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do something. And you're getting the King of Pentacles right after. This is an amazing layout, and I'm gonna get clarification for all of these. So give me 1 second. We'll lay them out, and then we'll read it. So for the lovers, this person feels immensely connected to you, and they feel like they can relate to you. With the World card coming forth, it's the things that you're posting about, things that you're saying, things that you're communicating with them about. Virgos are very picky, so if they like you, they like you. And his energy is coming out pretty dominant there with the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Cap, confirmation. Now the next one that you're getting is the Two of Wands. Okay, this person is watching you like a hawk on social media and is loving the things that you're posting about, or even sharing with him, like photos, videos, things like that. This person's also wanting to travel with you with the Two of Wands and wanting to plan something for the future. Okay. Now, with the Ace of Swords, this person also visualizes themselves with you there. You're getting 10 of. Okay. All right. You're getting the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Underneath the Ace of Swords, this is one of by far the best, like, love reading that I did done. Okay. With the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords in reversal, it's going to reverse you out of status. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect, but it means that it's going to feel really aligned. And based off of how he's feeling, you kind of brought him out of like a really deep, dark depression here with the 9 of Swords in the reversal, and kind of gave him hope to kind of talk about like building with somebody, or like feeling safe enough to talk about that with somebody and actually think that's going to happen, you know, and not being as frivolous like we are when we're a little bit younger. Now, underneath the Two of Cups, you have the King of Wands. Now, this is really big on action. This person wants to take like rapid action. This person also has a heightened like uh, sexual vibe towards you right now. Okay, with the King of Wands, a little 18 plus there. But right, wow, you see it play out. You see it here. Let me see if I can. Oh, James to try finally. Anyway, King of Wands. Okay, one more underneath. Knight of Pentacles. He's like, however long it takes, like that song by Imagine Dragons. I don't really listen to that band too much. It's very cliche, very poppy. But it's cool, but I listen to a lot of underground stuff. So, like underground music or like bands that aren't really known and something. I'm Aquarius, so whatever. If it's trending, I don't know. But anyway, with the Knight of Pentacles, or I'm full blown on the train like Hannah Montana. It took me a while. My family made fun of me for years for liking Hannah Montana, but my mom still went with me to watch the Hannah Montana movie, my Twilight jacket, hiding from people that I was potentially in middle school with at the time. Anyway, with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. In the upright, I didn't want people. I was known as the emo girl. What the hell is the emo girl at Hannah Montana for? Because the emo girl is not an emo girl. She just likes eyeliner. Anyway, so with the Knight of skinny jeans with skulls on them. Anyway, so with the Knight of Pentacles, okay. Underneath, I like the aesthetic of it. So my dad hated those jeans. Remember that was the hot topic jeans. He did not like them. Like, all right, but he gives me freedom of expression. Anyway, it's just his micro expressions with the King of Wands and how I perceive him. So with the Knight of Pentacles underneath the King of Wands, this person's going to take a long time to build, but they're okay with waiting. And even though it's a little bit slower, they're getting to know you like genuinely. Now underneath, and they really want to make it work because you're getting the Two of Cups. They feel like two peas in a pod here. You also got the Lovers card in the beginning. I mean, and my ring finger is like, come on. With the Ten of Pentacles, that's potential marriage. And Virgos are a lot like Aquariuses in that way, is that Aquariuses won't invest in a relationship they don't see as long term. Like truly invest in it. They might have like a situationship for a long time. They might have something for, but they won't truly invest in that relationship unless they see it long term for sure. And they will try everything in their power to make it work, but at the same time, they will not withhold their thoughts and stop their thoughts. That's who they are. It's their freedom. Now, as I say that, the King of Swords comes up. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, this person could be really sharp with the words, but this person's also, get ready for this person to be more direct with you and communicate actually what they want. Something that you thought you had lost out on in this relationship, you're going to get back again. And also, every time that he thinks that you ignored him or something like that, he takes it to heart when you don't respond right away, by the way. This is, yeah. Virgo's going to be like that at times. Because why wouldn't you respond to me? That's Virgo. I'm perfect. Anyway, so the King of Pentacles, the Fool card, but they know they're not. They know they're not. They remind themselves all the time they're not. They're nitpicking. It's sad, actually. With the Fool card, but it's not really. They're actually pretty cool. With the Fool card energy coming forth, all right, in the upright, because the person have to pursue, like, bitch, stop overthinking. You know what I mean? Like, just be. And that's what Leo usually teaches Aquarius. But with the Fool card coming up underneath the King of Pentacles, you have Aquarius and Aries, speaking of fire signs. That's also what Aries teaches Aquarius, is just to kind of like live your life without being so, and they have a plan. They do. Aries has a plan. But they just teach them that, yeah, you can be spontaneous and stuff, but you have to take action on your thoughts. You can't just hold them inside all the time. Like if you think it, write it down. If things like that. And that's why it's a blessing for like an air sign to have like fire in their chart for a rising element. or even a moon sign or something like that, it's supposed to be, because then they'll have this innate feeling or this innate push to kind of just do it, even if they feel fear. How they look, they have to look strong. Fire signs. So the next one that you're getting is the Page of Cups. Okay. He's going to be a little bit more open with you about how he's feeling, and a little bit more cutesy, a little bit more romantic, a little bit more like, oh, hey, like, you know, like, I don't know, saying little cute shit. And you're just like, what is this? What did you do? You know, like that kind of vibe. But no, it's just him kind of just want to be a little more open with you. And Virgos can be so loving when they want to be. Oh my God, they can be the sweetest. They can be so, their sign is supposed to be caring and serving others. Like they love caring for others and seeing them happy, and they love it. Like, yeah, be happy, bitch. I'm that guy. Yeah, be happy. Virgo females are even better. They want to feed you all the time. They want to make sure that your skin's great. I'm serious. Virgo females are fantastic. Okay. But let's go into it. Let's see here. I'm trying to say, positive things. Or you like him. You like him. Okay. Y'all know Virgos are my favorite, but I'm trying. Okay. I don't really have a favorite. Everybody fucked up. Even Aquarius. Like everybody fucked up. I don't have a favorite. But I guess my favorite, where I could just sit there, just be. Yeah, Libra. Alright, but I'm an Aquarius. So obviously, Libras can just be in their own, balance their own stuff, and I'll just be my own, and it just work out for years. Anyway, so let's go into it. Let's see here. Virgo's feelings. What's going on with Virgo's feelings? I would have read this one. Let's talk about maybe some love messages from Virgo. Big old stick. Alright, so let's see here. Dearest love, I'm sorry for the wrong things that I've done. I'm sorry for not being as present as I should be. It's time for me to take accountability and make the changes I need to. And this is something that ends up happening in Virgos. I don't know what it is. It's like a rewire. I don't know. To like where they're like, they start fixating on themselves and the relationship and seeing them how they are treating their partner and how what they can do differently and seeing how great it's like a weird, I don't know, Virgos do this. It's because they're supposed, there's a bird out there. Well, this is going to be a roundabout way of explaining this, but I don't know which bird it is that can fly for hours, and it has this map in its fucking mind of the geographical plane. Something that we have to use sonars for, they have embedded in their fucking head. So it's crazy that people think, and we say that we're greater than that bird. But can you fly in the air for freaking 10 days? Not without some fucking amazing jet fuel in your own jet. You know what I mean? But anyway, so let's go into the entertainment part. You are approved. Call us back at this number for details. You could end up getting some more funding for your business or whatever you're working on. You could end up getting some more funding. Or something that of an approval, or something that you're waiting on an approval for, or something like that could be coming in positive for you. Of course, for entertainment only. Dear soul, it is time to wander, to be still, to see beyond where you have stepped, to fly over the streets you call home. It is time to travel, to transition, to change. But this is how he's feeling. So he wants to travel with you. You're inspiring him to live his life more. The things that you're posting about, being a little bit more lively, things like that. He likes the things that you're posting. So the next one that you're getting is, Dear soul, a multi-million-dollar deal is yours. The project you are working on will obtain primary funding. So again, there's something that you're going to get funding for. Maybe it's something that is going to project $1 million in the future. Because if you're building a larger scale to where you're going to be hiring on employees, if we think about that in the long term, you're going to reach $1 million more, like more quicker than most people. At least for your overall revenue in the long haul longevity. Hey, it's your mom/dad. Call me back. Potential message. So your parents may be calling you soon. Important call or message from a parent. They need to speak with you. This could also be for the Virgo. When he ends up reaching out to you, you could also be preoccupied with a conversation maybe with your parents, or it could be at family gathering. This could also be something happening with his parents. Dearest soul, the career opportunity is here. That new promotion or new job offer is now present. Be still and know your plan for once it arrives. Give yourself options is also something coming forth. So you're going to end up, he's going to end up getting a lot more career opportunities and financial opportunities and things like that. And you're also going to get that too. But let's go into it some more. You already knew that. This is what you're planning. Dearest love, I'm tired of not being the partner that I need to. This is the switch, the Virgo switch. I'm telling you, Virgo switch. That's what I call it. I'm gonna call it that because they'll be in their own world and hyper fixated on like the image or the picture or whatever. And Aquarius do that too. We do that all the time. We'll hyper fixate. We'll try to control it, but not really. Make you feel like you got freedom, but not really. Like yeah, go. But you forgot about that leash, didn't you? You know, like I don't know, like that kind of fucking vibe. Anyway, so dear love, I'm tired of not being the partner that I need to be for our relationship to succeed. You deserve more than what you receive. I'm trying to figure out how to give it to you. Now, reading the final four. Dearest soul, forgive those who hurt you. You will not progress with resentment. The happiness you seek does not deserve the pain you carry. So he's also noted, and this is what Virgo Switch is a little bit about. They recognize that you are not the person that you used to be, or that you will, or that you are not the person that caused the pain in the first place. You know what I mean? Now, dearest love, I do not want to break up. I just need them to figure some things out. We are not in a monogamous relationship, and you know that. I need promises that I need to keep. I also know you should say you won't forever. I also know you won't forever. Give me time. Okay. So the next one is you're getting dear soul. Love is hard to recognize within war. Settle the battle within. Make peace with yourself. Call it truce. Then you'll be what you've always wanted. Love. This is also a thing that Virgos have. They have this crazy internal battle. I was married to Virgo, and my stepfather was Virgo. So many Virgos I've known in my life. Well, he is Virgo. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Then you will be what you've always wanted. Love. And then you've all. This person has to settle this kind of internal war that they have with themselves, and that they kind of like project out to other people who just don't deserve it. This may be a little bit of something that he's navigating on, like himself, and you're helping him process these things. So you're also getting, dear soul, the materialistic things you seek you to. What blocks them from coming faster is what makes. I'm sorry. Is what? The fuck did I write? Is what moves what more to you? Oh my god! Is what moves more to you? Makes more to you? You can achieve your goals. You must begin to prioritize them over everything else. Makes. Marks. Fuck. I'm sorry, but I think that's makes. I wrote it in pencil, guys, because my handwriting sucks. And I was like, I'm trying. Handwriting's horrible. Shit. But here we are. And this is the closure of your reading. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Love, and go ahead and mark both of your readings as completed. And yeah, I hope that you have a good day. But it looks like some awesome things are going to be happening for you. And mark it as completed. So, also, thank you so much for the tip. It was very generous. Thank you. All right. I hope you guys have a really good rest of your night. And until next time, remember to save the timestamp for when your reading started. And I'll make sure to mark the reading as public so everybody can review their readings. Of course, all my readings are for entertainment purposes only. By no means am I meant to grant any of you guys medical, legal, professional advice at any time. Take what resonates, leave the rest out. My full disclosures are in the description box below. And yeah, guys, bye for now.